Okay, so today is the week 21 of our Buddhism in English level 4. We still have another month to go. That is to say 4 weeks left for us to conclude this class. And this is a timely discussion for today, as we're going to describe or also discuss more about Pchum festival, a very unique and popular Cambodian traditional festival, and it's a yearly event, annual event celebrated every year. So today I would like to have everyone join the discussion. We all can share the idea and experience joining the Pchum Bon Pchum. So I'd like to start with sharing screen. And this has see screen, everyone. You able to see my screen share?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. So you can see the image here. So let me ask a few questions. What do you see in this picture? What do you see in this picture? Anything?
Like something in the royal palace.
Mm-hmm. In the royal palace, right? From the royal palace. Anything else?
Like in the temple,
King.
in the temple, in the vihara.
Temple? Yeah, it's like a temple, right? It's a sacred shrine of the king, right? Okay, what else can you see? Just name the things in here that you could see. Everyone, yeah, please join the platform.
The king statue and Sangkhak.
The
Yeah.
king
Yes, sir.
statue, and then
Sangkhak.
what is Sangkhak?
Tuk Pchum Donta Jakru. The last one.
Oh, this one?
Yes.
What do you call?
Sangkhak.
Sangkhak, yeah, there's a new word for me.
It's
I
a new
don't know
term
the
for
term.
me.
Sangkhak, yeah. How you know that word? Yeah.
Yes, I used to study with Professor Preap Chanmara.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Now we got the image from Professor, yeah.
Yes.
So he's an archaeologist and also professor in what is called University of
Fine art.
Art, right? Yeah, University
Yes.
of Fine Art. So I got some of the information about Pchum from their research, Professor Preap Chanmara and Julian. So they are very great Khmer historian. So today we want to learn about Pchum, that is a Khmer traditional festival. So we need to get some reference from the great historians. Okay, what else could you see from here? Anything else? What about this first picture? What is this?
I think those are all the ancestors.
Yeah, that's a previous king, right? The royal lineage, right? Considered as the ancestors of whom? Ancestor of whom? Of us too, right?
Of the royal.
Yeah, ancestors of the royal family, but also ancestor of our Khmer people, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because they were the kings who led the subjects, who led the country. So in some way, we are related to them So in that way, they are our ancestors as well, right? So you could see the ancestors, you could see the king, right? This is the present king. What his name? What's the king's name?
The king right now, the present king.
Okay, the Rodam Sihamuni. So just to let those who have not, like Christina, I think she's new to it. Christina, have you heard about the present Cambodian king?
I do not know who the present king is.
Yeah, that's why we
No.
like to share. So in this picture, you could see the present king of Cambodia at the top here, as he worshipping, right? Paying respect to his ancestors. And then what else could you see? Can you name the things in here? What are these things?
You see flower.
Flowers, and then what else?
Almsfuls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's put it in a simple or just a common word for all of this as what? It's an offering, right? It's a material offering to the ancestor. Okay, we don't need to name each and every object in here, but in short, just the offering that is prepared for the ancestors in the royal palace, right? In the royal palace. នៅនេះគេដាក់មិន in Khmer language they say ព្រះរាជពិធីចាក់ទឹកដូងថ្វាយព្រះបេតរៈក្នុងព្រះបរមរាជវាំង Do you understand this word, right? They say an offering of coconut water to the ancestors in the royal palace of the kingdom of Cambodia. So this is also conducted during the days of Pchum. How many days do we celebrate Pchum? Everyone, how many days nowadays?
Pchum only 1 day.
Pchum only 1 day,
but
the whole
include 15
days. Okay, the whole ceremony conduct for 15 days. ណាយើងហៅវេនបិណ្ឌកាន់បិណ្ឌមែនប៉ុន្តែជារួមពិធីបុណ្យជារួមគឺហៅថាប្រជុំបិណ្ឌអញ្ចឹងណាគេបដោតលើនៃសំខាន់ណានៃរួមចុងថ្ងៃចុងក្រោយហ្នឹងជាសំខាន់ so the whole ceremony is called Pchum and it takes it celebrates for 15 days but bearing different names, right, for each day and different schedules and activities as well. Okay, now let's move forward. As a type of discussion today, I'm not going to speak alone, so you all can join the discussion so that we can widen, our views and experience about Pchum. I know that all Khmer people have been familiar with this festival, the Pchum, right? We call Pchum. So let us consider discussing around this area. What is Pchum? Some related terms to Pchum that we might think of. Is Pchum religious or traditional? And then reliable sources that I have included in here. When did it start? So like what is the origin of Pchum? Like when did this festival begin, right? And then for how many days? You have answered that already, for 15 days. How do they do it? How we celebrate it? What are activities like? For what purpose that we celebrate Pchum? And then its core values, like the advantages, the benefit from celebrating, like the purpose or the reasons behind Bon Pchum, right? Pchum festival. So, okay, let's do a brainstorming together, everyone. Let's do a brainstorming. What can you think of when hearing Pchum? Okay, so now what I want all of you to share is just the idea. Just imagine when you talk about Pchum or you hear the term Pchum. So what are the things that come to your mind right now? Let's say for me, I'm thinking about monastery. I'm thinking about the temple, right? Wat. In Cambodia, we say Wat. Okay, Vatta. So what else can you think of when you hear the words Pchum? Okay, please join the platform, everyone. Don't be shy.
Ancestor.
Yeah.
Monk.
Okay, monks. What else?
Ancestor.
Ancestor. Okay.
Food.
Food. Okay, like traditional, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Let's say traditional food. What else?
Offering like fruit, flower.
Yeah, let's say offering. It could be anything, right? Any offering, food,
Bring.
flowers, four requisite, né? Let's say four requisite.
Yes.
Chai buồn, anything, can be anything. Okay, anything else?
Like meeting.
What do you mean?
We meet together.
Oh, like gathering, right? You mean gathering?
Yeah.
Coming
Gathering,
together,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
And
Gathering.
praying.
Chanting.
Okay,
Chanting.
chanting. What else? Anything else? In the whole Pchum, okay? You can think of all the ideas or all the things that you can witness during the Pchum. I know that you have joined, each and every year. So let's try, see if our brain is is working well. You still remember all the things.
I know that I have been joined the reciting the 12 forbidden unlaw.
Parābhava Sutta, right? Okay. Parābhava Sutta. We're gonna learn that next week, okay? Parābhava Sutta. Okay, what else?
Pun Phnom Sach, the crew.
Pun Nom Sach. Yeah. How to say Pun Nom Sach? Anyone know?
Sand
Melanie. Yeah.
Sand mountain.
Yeah, building a sand mountain or a hillock. Okay, sand mountain or hillock. Okay, what else?
Rice ball.
Rice ball, yeah. Okay, what else?
Spirit.
Sorry?
A spirit, venerable.
Spirit, okay. Also, we also discuss in this a spirit.
Bỏ bài bánh ông lấy làm gì?
Bỏ bài bánh là toast a ball of rice. Okay, what else? Nhiệt nhóm hoặc là nhóm chân giống nè sọc Khmer. Okay, lay devotee, lay people, okay, please join. What can you remember from Pchum? Any other words, anything else that you could think of?
Playing the traditional game, something.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, nhiệt nhóm cho chật rõm ở trăm hôm nay. Yeah, traditional dances, performances. Yeah. What else? Nè, cần là miền dance với miền này tiết. Music, music, song. Nhiệt nhóm ở đây lưu riêng Pchum này, popular chẳng ngọm. Yeah. Okay. What else? What else? in the whole, just basically just the whole activities from Pchum. You can think of, starting from early morning until night time. What do you think? Yeah?
Donta and pride.
Pride, yeah. Donta, already someone say ancestors, and the spirit, yeah, it's related to pride. So we say, what is the term for pride?
Peta.
Yeah, it's pride is a Sanskrit, and Pali is Peta.
Ghost.
English.
Hungry. Hungry ghost.
Yeah, hungry ghost. Okay. Okay, we will explain about those terms again. Okay, what else can you think of? Bad. What is the term for that bad? Bad.
Among armful.
Yeah, arms offering. Arms offering. Nah, okay. What else? Arms.
Share merit, yeah.
Yeah, sharing merit. Từ bond, I would say merit transference.
Sticky rice cake and so on.
Yeah. What else? Sticky rice cake. Right? Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, this is the traditional kind of dessert that we made during Chumban season, right? Sticky rice. I know if it is called cake or dessert. How do you call that term?
Dedicate.
Delicate, kind of dessert too. Okay, let's just put this word first. I have not verified with this term yet. There are still some, kind of traditional dessert that I have not known the name in English, but I will, when I'm sure, I will share those terms with all of you. Okay, what else?
Dedicate.
Huh?
Dedicate.
Dedicate, what do you mean?
Utter.
Oh yeah, that's merit transference or dedication. Yeah, that's the same one. You can also use the word dedicate merit, right? Dedication of merit. Yeah. What else? Any other words? Kết từng ọc nè. Yeah, Paṅsukūla. It's gonna be very tricky for the term, but just use Pali word for the time being. So I will explain later. Paṅsukūla. Make it into Pali word. Okay. Paṅsukūla. Okay. What else?
Praying. Pray.
Chanting, yeah. It's in chanting.
Ceremony.
Yeah, chanting or praying. Okay, what else?
Listening to Dhamma.
Okay, listening to the Dhamma talk. Okay, what else? Okay, any other terms related to Chumban?
They gonna play the traditional game celebration.
Okay, give me a moment.
And everyone said Descendants Mahajit already.
Not yet, Venerable brother.
Yeah, I think some Pagoda, some monastery prepare to Descendants Mahajit.
Yes.
My Pagoda not.
Some pagoda celebrate one book a day, but in my pagoda, we do it all in one day.
Oh yeah, sometimes 2 days, right? It depends on the temple schedule. Yeah. So have you thought about any other terms that relate to Chumban? Okay, any other one?
cho dân sign nó tiền nó lùng chặt bên nào thơm mua bài sign sân bằng tờ thì muốn lập thường chẳng đại
of
cho
sign
bạn
nè
sign sign đốn tăng
nâng offering to
Amen.
ancestor yeah dân miền Pia nâng ấy yeah offering to ancestors yeah alms offering miền yeah miền tiết any other thing else and like in the royal palace yeah
play the traditional game like Bahang Queen Pante.
oh yeah we also have traditional like here it can be dances music song or games right popular games yeah they call a popular game ល្បែងវិជាប្រៃ during ជុំបិណ្ឌលេងអីខ្លះជុំបិណ្ឌ
ចូលឆ្នាំតើគេលេងនឹងលំចា
ចូលឆ្នាំក៏មានជុំបិណ្ឌក៏មានដែរញោមជុំបិណ្ឌមានរបស់ជុំបិណ្ឌអញ្ចឹងបានអាត្មាសួរថាជុំបិណ្ឌ what kind of popular games you play in ជុំបិណ្ឌលំចាស់មួយដូចឡើងទៅសខ្លាញ់ you know ស្គាល់ឡើងទៅសខ្លាញ់ញាតិញោមដែលដឹងគេលេងយ៉ាងហ្នឹងដែរហើយតាមតំបន់ហ្នឹងជុំតំលំចាស់ទៀតណាម៉ាស្កាខ្ញុំសួរបងពេលភ្ជុំភ្លៀងរហូតសាច់មានលបែងអីទៅគេហៅភ្លៀងជុំបិណ្ឌអញ្ចឹងក៏លំទឹកដក់តាមស្រែដក់តាមវត្តស្រផុកអត់មានលបែងអីលេងកាតាមឯកសារមានប៉ុន្តែនេះគឺដូចថាពីមួយជំនាន់ទៅមួយជំនាន់យើងថមថយទៅបាត់បង់ទៅនៅក្នុងជុំបិណ្ឌណាទីទៀតយើងមើលឯកសារខ្មែរយ៉ាអូខេមាន popular game មិនដែលអាត្មាចាំដែលកាលនៅក្មេងខាងកំពង់ចាមគេចូលចិត្តលេងថ្ងៃចុងក្រោយគឺឡើងទៅសខ្លាញ់គេឡើងយករង្វាន់ណាគេដាក់រង្វាន់នៅពីលើហើយមានទាញព្រាត់ដែរកន្លែងខ្លះក្នុងវត្តអាត្មាលេងនឹងដែរជុំបិណ្ឌ but I don't know what types of games ទៅសង់យើងមិនដែលមានលបែងវិជាប្រៃណាគេលេងជុំបិណ្ឌទៀតទេលោកនៅតំបន់ផ្សេងគ្នាវាអាចមានផ្សេងគ្នា Okay let's think about anything else with ជុំបិណ្ឌ
Venerable Master parents
oh yeah don't forget our parents okay ជុំបិណ្ឌហើយតើអត់និយាយពីម្ដាយឪពុកមិនថ្ងៃដឹងគុណហ្នឹង okay what else
grandparents
yeah parent grandparent just family okay let's say family right yeah family it's a family reunion as well yeah family okay what else can you think of okay just a brainstorming just raise any point that you may think of you know just the whole idea of Chumban. What about hometown right during Chumban most of us go back to our hometown right visiting one's families and parents
and you have to save a lot of money for it
yeah of course it related with money because we want to buy things for our parents our family right? So as a way of expressing gratitude okay what about gratitude so also related with Chumban what else forgiveness yeah what I put auto icon okay what else just the term okay
love and kindness then
yeah forgiveness loving kindness ដែលម្ដាយឲ្យមកកូនអីទៀត what else
family party
family yeah party ហ្នឹងគឺ family reunion មិញហ្នឹងយ៉ាដូចគ្នា same one ជួបជុំគ្រួសារហ្នឹង yeah okay what else what about the gift that we offer to our parents what are they ជាធម្មតាយើងជូនតៃទានអីទៅគាត់ខ្លះដែរពុក
clothes
yeah what about clothes like
some good food
to parents we mean thing like a cloth okay food អីចឹងទៅណា money okay what else can you think of មានអីទៀត Okay. Let's move forward. We're gonna come across that those terms again. Chẳng còn là chỉ dân kết the basic idea that relate in the whole Pchum. Okay. It's kind of brainstorming. All we can think about Pchum, okay, is about monastery, monks, ancestors, traditional food, offering of foreign visits, to the monks, gathering, right, chanting or praying, Parābhava Sutta, building a sand mountain, punong site, rice ball, đầm bài bần, hay là tầm bà học tiệm mới tiết là bài bật tập bầu. In mơ đấy, bài bật tập bầu. Yeah, sa bà lấy mau biết là Patapura, đấy. Patapura. How do we say in English? Yeah, it's a fill up rice. Chẳng bài nó cứ bài chạm bầm pinh nhé. Biết là bài bật tập bầu mà biết bà lấy là ngay Patapura cứ kê bà kê rộp bà tới vì ạch pinh đấy kênh lô bà xong chăn mình kroán kê tự đuốc bài nó mà chạm bà thèm này nó từ chân này bên đấy về miền này khai mà tiệt lại xong mơ lại cho xa rồi bà lúc sát ra cha này ăn chưa liền mấy. Okay, let me just read in Khmer because this is from the scripture, ancient inscription from Angkor Wat period, long time ago. Chúng bắn chỉ bọn tư chúng tôi đã slap chỉ nhiệt thao dân đàn lại là bài chui bắt cái đấy sải nâng chạm phật bị pride ai khai chỉ Peta rẹ nâng ai tới chạm cầm nát mày bán đại công chỉ rú cứ bài bẩn chỉ ha nâng tạo sinh nhàn là sạch nhiệt dân đàn rồi bảo dưỡng tay miền là tì xanh hay miền lục đã khác ban chạy than tới sơ rồi ngày cả đã bẩn ấy thôi nữa ngày muối ở ngày mà rồi cho ngày đọc làm rồi khai phải bật lên rồi nằm chẳng có đã reference dồn cái lại nít từ bị muối vậy bị pride TP cái này nè sầm đại từ lớn nè để bạn slap hơi bằng screen share. Okay. Cứ vì nhiên là khăn là năng đồng nặng cao mùi chẳng biết thật pride và bây giờ lời trầm trời tới cứ sầm đại từ lớn nè để slap hơi Peta chốn để bạn chạy than từ thì bây Peta rẽ nè sầm đại đó nè slap hơi nâng bạn thơ cách bị thi trầm trời tam sẵn đạp lọ rồi rồi là chẳng về miền bịa pride miền bịa Peta rẹ đạp mới tới chỉ bịa tầm mùi này sang thì kết những hai Preta nắng đi tam lục Sastra Preap Chanmara đây có lực làng máu nâng xe la chè rạch nên dây ông pi bập phục nữa xe la chè rạch khê pi rồi chất bầm bốn hai chung bắn hai ta sra thạ nông núc xâm tốt mà xâm bật xâm lên hiện tại just a moment. Xong chia sẻ nhôm gật lịch tu sạp nơi qua tới tu sạp vật rầu bằng buồn. Okay, I also typed that in English, but now just look at the picture. This is called a fill up rice. That how it looks nowadays. Bài bật bầu nó người miền lìa thời chia đã chia cái tàu chơi miền cạch tung gặp pơ cạch tung ấy đào ấy chân từ đã lại chơi ấy tam năng từ bài bật bầu sắp ngày nữa nhom tu vô từ sâu para kênh lâu rồi có ta đại pride chân đây lời nó về từ đã hỏi pride chân đây. This is a bun, right? This is the ball of rice or ball of food. We say that's a ball of food. It also the name of Pchum, right? So we're gonna go to that explanation soon. I just would like to show you, this is the document from the archaeologist Professor Preap Chanmara. And as you can see, this is the inscription from Angkor period. ជាសាលាចរិតដែលមានប្រើពាក្យថាសារ៉ាតកាលហ្នឹងគឺសំដៅទៅលើពិធីបុណ្យភ្ជុំបិណ្ឌនៅក្នុងសម័យនោះគេហៅសារ៉ាតកាលណាសិលាចារឹកអង្គរវត្តលេខ3ហ្នឹងនៅសតវត្សទី16មាននិយាយអំពីបុណ្យភ្ជុំបិណ្ឌហៅថាសារ៉ាតកាលនឹងធ្វើពិធីតបនៈទ្វាទសបិណ្ឌណាទ្វាទសបិណ្ឌគេបញ្យល់ឡើងហ្នឹងសារ៉ាតកាលគឺជាពេលឬរយៈកាលធ្វើបុណ្យស្រាធៈសម័យបុរាណហ្នឹងគេហៅបុណ្យស្រាធៈទ្វាទសបិណ្ឌគឺបិណ្ឌទី12ណានេះពាក្យបាលីនេះវាតកតងសំស្ក្រឹតណាបិណ្ឌទី12សម្រាប់ព្រះរាជាធ្វើព្រះរាជពិធីថ្វាយព្រះបេតរៈគឺថ្វាយដូនតាតបនៈគឺពិធីធ្វើឲ្យស្ងប់ក្តីស្រេកដែលមានច្រូចទឹកហើយសប្តាហ៍ថ្ងៃគឺព្រះមហាក្សត្រធ្វើព្រះរាជពិធីបុណ្យចាក់ទឹកដូងថ្វាយព្រះបេតរៈនិងមានរៀបថ្វាយជាក្រយាព្រះស្ងោយគ្រប់យ៉ាងព្រមទាំងធ្វើពិធីបណ្ដែតព្រះបេតរៈផងអញ្ចឹងយើងឃើញរៀងរាល់ថ្ងៃទី12វេនបិណ្ឌទី12គឺមានប្រពកម្មវិធីនៅព្រះបរមរាជវាំងហើយដែលយើងបានពិភាក្សាទៅលើរូបមិញអញ្ចឹងនេះជាពិធីព្រះរាជពិធីចាក់ទឹកដូងថ្វាយព្រះបេតរៈក្នុងបរមរាជវាំងនៅថ្ងៃទ្វាទសបិណ្ឌគឺវេនទី12ណាអញ្ចឹងគឺមានប្រពៃណីហ្នឹងតាំងពីយូរយារមកហើយយើងឃើញក្នុងសាលាចរិតលេខ3នេះអ៊ីម៉ាលេខ3នេះគឺសតវត្សទី16 so I can share you with the English okay just so you understand what we're talking about the origin of this Khmer traditional festival when did it start so the inscription K279C during the reign of King Yasovarman I from 889 to 900 AD, right? This is the one inscription that we can see the king in those time celebrated this Pchum festival, but it was not called as Pchum, it was called as a Srada. And also later in the inscription IMA3 16th century AD, right? 16th century AD during the reign of King Yasovarman I, and also during the reign of King Ang Duong between 1840 to 1859. So the celebration of Bon Pchum is very widespread throughout Cambodia, right? Even starting from the reign of King Ang Duong several hundred years ago. So this festival is very popular and it's very unique one for Cambodia. Okay, now let's go back to discuss further. ញាតិញោមឃើញពីប្រភពឯកសារខ្លះៗដែលហៅតាក់ទងទៅនឹងភ្ជុំបិណ្ឌហ្នឹងណា So let us discuss what is Pchum, okay? Gonna dive deeper about the understanding of the term first. Pchum. So Khmer words is Pchum, right? Pchum means to gather together, to bring together. It's like a collection, right? Pchum. Pchum គឺជាការប្រជុំការប្រមូលពូលផ្ដុំណា and ban as we say in Khmer, but it is a term derived from Pāli, right? Biṇḍa ណាពាក្យបាលីគឺ Biṇḍa ហ្នឹងជាពាក្យបាលីខ្មែរយើងហៅ Biṇḍa ភ្ជុំបិណ្ឌ but the original term is a Biṇḍa Pāli, which means ដុំបាយណា ball of rice ឬក៏ ball of food. That's the term they use. And then some people call it as the Ancestor's Day. It's like a memorial day that we commemorate to honor our ancestors or those who have passed away, those who were grateful to us. So we celebrate that day. That's why some people call it as the ancestor days. You have bon sign don ta, bon rùm lực con don ta. Nâng nơi sơ mây bạn chơi man tìm bờ lại nâng cứ dân khơi cả bỏ prai nâng cứ dây âm pi bon don ta. Chẳng bon don ta nâng để dân prai ông lại thế ancestor days. Má có vô mà prai đá nơi xã rọt Amerik này vì pro. Dân chăng ở bờ tây vô lọ, bạn chăng tới dân prai bịa nghề dân prai chôm ban men, ban này dân translate like you know, we translate this term Pchum as an ancestors days because it looks similar the way we honor our ancestors. Nên chỉ biết là dân pra vì tôi mình đăng thay dân pra bị ăn lệ ấy ở vì ở cái dul. So it's very unique Khmer traditional festival combined with Buddhism and original spiritual belief. Original bọc Khmer belief nắng cứ dân bên animism là cái sát na lân rồi có sát na chi về chal and a mixture of Brahmanism practices as well. And according to Professor Preap Chanmara, Lục Preap Chanmara cứ chỉ Preta bồ ra rong mà học chỉ lại bồ ran vật chiến đây có chỉ lại phụng mến vị chất sơ lập bạ. So we can see in another slide này. Tùm niệm nẹ srọc niên nê khăn cả bần đạ bần chùm bần cứ tay để nòm khné tự bảo bài bần ở khăn quạt về lia tiệp lư nâng dọc chẳng hành và kênh và sáng ở tư chùm phúc và nhìn là khán nhiệt sẵn đá rư sái rư bần đại đồn ta bồng đại khán lại bần xanh xanh khăn bà bay ní khmái cứ chỉ ca vinh lông bần chôl khné rồi viên chùm nửa đàm nếu chẳng hai chùm nửa đám hai thái chùm nửa chi về chal animism tùm niệm Priam, Brahmanism, and Buddhism, Mahajin, and Buddhism, derived, so the Buddhism. Là khai tới chiếc khuyên Arya Tho Khmer đừng rập đo răng móm thật được nông sông cung Khmer chiên pi pon năm bọc hai. So this is a tradition during the Pchum festival. So people always go to the temple and toast a bowl of rice. In the early morning because they believe that that can be fruitful for those who passed away like the ancestors. So we're gonna talk about that later as well. I just want to show the reference in Khmer language. Let's come back. Chẳng dừng khơi nhờ vị thị bần chung bần ní vì phộp đám vì chia phộp bay ní Khmer dân lại bàn phổ rộp tăng vì sơ mây Paritta một máu những khơi nông sơ lá cho ra cầm bánh mình nâng miền tăng bị năm bầm bay rồi bài bầm buồn và kết bị xạ tập hoạt với chữ xạ tập hoạt tí bầm buồn nông rít bọc bát dạ sao và roman tí muối những khơi inscription nâng đi dây dầm pi thị bon sign đồn ta còn là cái mình Preap Chum này đấyហើយក្រោយមកនៅក្នុង inscription សាលាចរិតសតវត្សទី 16 នេះក៏ឃើញដែរប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំនៅបានឃើញឯកសារដែលនិយាយឯកសារមួយពេជ្រអ្នកនិពន្ធហ្នឹងគឺនិយាយអំពីពិធីបុណ្យទ្វារទ្វារទសបិណ្ឌនឹងដែរដែលប្របាទជ័យប្រមាណទី7អញ្ចឹងនៅក្នុងសតវត្សទី 12 ហ្នឹងក៏មានឃើញការរៀបចំពិធីបុណ្យជុំបិណ្ឌនឹងដែរហើយដែលយើងច្បាស់ពេញនិយមជាងគេនោះគឺក្នុងរាជប្របាទអង្គឌួងយើងនៅក្រុងឧដុង្គនឹងឯងដែលព្រះអង្គបានប្រកាសផ្សព្វផ្សាយគ្រប់វត្តអារាមទាំងអស់ឲ្យមានការប្រារព្ធពិធីបុណ្យជុំបិណ្ឌហ្នឹងទំនុកបំរុងដល់ព្រះសង្ឃទៅទៀតយើងចូលដល់គោលដៅ So it is very stands out that during the reign of King Ong Duong 1840 to 1859 the king announced that every temple in Cambodia celebrate Bon Pchum, so we will learn about the reason why the king announced that, give the decree that this Pchum festival to be celebrated nationwide. Okay, So now you understand the word Pchum. It's just like a festival that people like to collect alms. People like to collect ball of rice, and also in the way that we honor or remind of our ancestors, those who passed away. So it becomes a culture, it's become a tradition. Okay, now it comes to the term that related in this festivity. We have already done the brainstorming, so let's see how much of the term we can think of. មុនហ្នឹងគឺយើងបានធ្វើ brainstorming តាក់ទងនឹងកម្មភាពប្រជុំបិណ្ឌទូទៅនេះជាពាក្យដែលខ្ញុំកណាអាត្មាអង្គុយគិតអង្គុយគិតកន្លះម៉ោងបានប៉ុណ្ណឹង So let's compare. This is what I have spent like I have spent like half an hour to kind of brainstorm myself what are the terms that related in this festivities, right? So we have Wen Ban, you have Kan Ban, Wen Ban Ti Mui, Wen Ban Ti Pi. So day 1, right? Wen Ban 1 or day 1, Ngày Mờ Rối, Card ni, dân miền được nông nắng vận tải trong ở trẻ việc tam lunar calendar, because when we talk about Buddhism, we use lunar calendar. Dân prao chan được cái tệ, dân prao trẻ việc được nông chan được cái tệ Ngày Mờ Rối. Right, Ngày Mờ Rối means that the first waning moon. Waning គឺថ្ងៃព្រះច័ន្ទហ្នឹងគឺមានដំណើរពីភ្លឺមកងងឹតអញ្ចឹងជាពេលដែលព្រះច័ន្ទមិនមានពន្លឺទេដល់ពេលខាងកើតខ្នើតនេះគេហៅខ្នើតនិងរនោចណារោចឬក៏រនោចខ្នើតឬក៏កើតខ្នើតថាម៉េចមានណាចេះណា What is the term for when the moon starting to increase the light? It's the waxing moon. I'm gonna try với chân chân rupa chan waxing moon. Okay. Waxing moon. And the term Paṅsukūla. Now let me explain. Paṅsukūla ញាតិញោមប្រសង់យើងសួរពាក្យនេះច្រើនណាស់ដោយសារតែពិធីPaṅsukūlaនេះវាមានគ្រប់ពិធីបុណ្យទាំងអស់បុណ្យណាក៏តែងតែគេយកចង្ហាន់ទៅប្រគេនលោកគេថាPaṅsukūla. Now I'd like to hear from any monk how you explain the word Paṅsukūla. ញាតិញោមគាត់ឆ្ងល់ច្រើនណាស់ហើយប្រសង់យើងលោកឆ្ងល់ថាអង់គ្លេសប្រើមិនទៅលោកគ្រូPaṅsukūla នឹងបញ្យល់គេថាមិនឥឡូវចង់ស្ដាប់ប្រសង់យើងបញ្យល់ជាភាសាខ្មែរសិន Anyone, any monk, can you explain the word Paṅsukūla?
Kena kru ra samun ke. Paṅsukūla បើបល័យហ្មងប្រែឲ្យចំហ្មងជា adjective ប្រែថា something dirty ថាអ្វីដែលគួរឲ្យខ្ពើមថារបស់ដូចជាសម្ពុត something like clothes or ហើយម៉ាំងរ៉ូវាមើលទៅ dirty អាហ្នឹងពាក្យថាPaṅsukūlaមានន័យអញ្ចឹងប៉ុន្តែយើងប្រើពាក្យPaṅsukūlaហ្នឹងយកមកធ្វើជា ceremony វិញទៅជាពិធីសូត្រពាក្យអសរនេះរបស់ហ្នឹងហ៎
ហើយបើអញ្ចឹងធ្វើយើងយល់ច្រឡំណាញាតិញោមក៏ឆ្ងល់មិនដឹងប្រែពាក្យហ្នឹងថាម៉េចដល់មែនតែនទៅចង់បញ្យល់គេហ្នឹងតើយើងយល់ term ហ្នឹងសិនយល់ពាក្យហ្នឹងសិនអញ្ចឹងPaṅsukūlaដែលលោកម្ចាស់បានបញ្យល់អញ្ចឹងPaṅsuបែរថាអាចដីឯណា dust Paṅsu means dust ណាគូលៈមានន័យថារបស់ដែលខ្ពើមឆ្អើមពាក្យបាលីណា combination of Paṅsu and គូលៈមានន័យថា dusty dirty things, right? Disgusting បើសិនជាសម្ពុតចៃវរដែលវិខប្រើដែលហៅថាPaṅsukūlaចៃវរគឺវារហែកដាច់ដោយប្រឡាក់ដោយដីស្នាមដីអីច្រើនយ៉ាងទៅគេហៅថា rag clothes rag ហ្នឹងគេស្អី RAGED យ៉ាងទៅណា rag clothes យ៉ាងទៅអាហ្នឹងហៅPaṅsukūlaនឹងចាំនិយាយពេលក្រោយប៉ុន្តែក្នុង term នេះដោយលោកម្ចាស់និយាយអញ្ចឹង this term has become now a ceremony, right? It's not, we don't use it as you know, as the original term based on original meaning anymore. So when you see people, when they approach the monk during any ceremony, or not even in a ceremony, normally when people go to the temple, they bring food, they bring any material offering, they usually approach the monks and then they offer that to the monks and they say Paṅsukūla. They say Paṅsukūla in Khmer term, but original Pali is a Paṅsukūla, right? This is a Paṅsukūla. So original term Paṅsukūla means a dusty, disgusting thing, right? That has been thrown away, right? That has been thrown away because they don't need it. But the monks in the past time, especially during the Buddha's time, they live depend on Paṅsukūla, which means even the robe that they use, there were no lay donors, there were no devotees who donated them. That's why they have to pick up dusty things, dusty robes that has been thrown away, you know, in the cemetery, that thrown away in the forest, you know. So they pick up those robes and use it. But later onward, because of the request of Visakha, Mahapasika Visakha, that she saw the difficulties of the monk who practice the Dhamma, simply because they don't have, you know, a clean robe or a proper clothing. So she requests the Buddha, please accept Kahapati Jivara, right? Please accept donation of robe from the donors. And from day onward, we also start to have a rain retreat, right? During the rain retreat, Visakha was the one, this female lay, you know, very, how to say, she's very outstanding lay donor, female lay donor in Buddhism, the most outstanding female lay donor in Buddhism. So she requested the Buddha to allow the rain cloth for the monks. In the past time, they even take shower without clothes on them, right? Naked shower. So when she went to the temple, he said it is not proper for the monks. So the monks should have proper clothes for using and donated by the donors. ចឹងរឿងបាំងស្កូលនេះវាតកតងនឹងរបស់ដែលគេចោលក្នុងព្រៃស្មោសានចោលទៅលើដីក្នុងព្រៃដែលគេលែងត្រូវការណារបស់ស្មោកគ្រោកប៉ុន្តែប្រសង់នៅសម័យនោះលោកអ្នកបដិបត្តិធម៌លោកទៅរើសយកចង្ការសម្ពុតគេរុំសាកសពហ្នឹងរើសយកមកស្លៀកដណ្ដប់ទៅមិនទាន់មានកហបតីជ័យវរទេមានន័យថាមិនទាន់មានម្ចាស់ទានណាធ្វើជាពោប្រកេនប្រសង់ទេយល់ទេអញ្ចឹងវៀតណាមគេហៅថាបាំងស្កូលហ្នឹងតែយើងយកពាក្យហ្នឹងមកប្រើនៅក្នុងពិធីកម្មទៅជាពិធីកម្មសប្តាហ៍ថ្ងៃហ្នឹងនៅពេលដែលទៅប្រកេនប្រសង់គេហៅថានិមន្តប្រសង់បាំងស្កូលហើយអញ្ចឹងប្រកេនតយទានទៅប្រសង់លោកសោតហ្នឹងអនិច្ចាវត្តសង្ខារាឧបត្តវយធម្មិណោគ្រាន់តែជាទំនៀមទេជាគេហៅថាជាការឧបកិច្ចមានន័យថារបស់ហ្នឹងដូចជារបស់ដែលប្រសង់លោកទៅរើសពីកន្លែងដែលគេបោះចោលឬក៏ថាជារបស់ដែលលោកទទួលបានជាលៀបរបស់លោកអញ្ចឹងលោកតាក់ចាត់ទុកថាជាបាំងសកលទៅណាមួយទៀតដើម្បីរារាំងនៅលោភៈចិត្តកុំឲ្យត្រេកត្រអាលនៅក្នុងលៀបសក្ការៈដែលលោកទទួលបានហ្នឹងលោកចាត់ទុកថាហ្នឹងជារបស់បាំងសកលណាជារបស់បាំងសកលដែលលោកទទួលបានដោយការបដិបត្តិធម៌អញ្ចឹងទៅអញ្ចឹងប្រពៃណីហ្នឹងយើងចេះតែគិតនៅក្នុងគំនិតហ្នឹងថាវាជាបាំងស្កូលប៉ុន្តែជាការឧបកិច្ចជាពិធីកម្មដែលយើងយោងទៅតាមពាក្យដើមហ្នឹងទេណាអញ្ចឹងនៅពេលបញ្យល់ជាអង់គ្លេសយើងពិបាកបញ្យល់ជាអង់គ្លេសភាគច្រើនសម្រាប់ខ្ញុំកណាអាត្មាតែបញ្យល់កិច្ចបាំងស្កូលហ្នឹងណាពីព្រោះកូនខ្មែរនៅអាមេរិកកាំងគាត់ក៏សួរដែរគាត់សួរថាឮថាបាំងស្កូលហ្នឹងមានន័យថាម៉េចឃើញ activity ទៅគឺប្រសក់យោតយទានប្រកេនប្រសង់ហើយប្រសង់សូត្រធម៌ឲ្យពោទៅប៉ុណ្ណឹងគឺបាំងស្កូលហើយចឹងញាតិញោមយល់ន័យត្រូវការបញ្យល់ជាសាច់រឿងជាហេតុផលយោងទៅតាមពាក្យដើមយើងមិនអាចប្រើពាក្យអង់គ្លេសណាមួយឲ្យវាត្រូវទេ So I would like to keep using the original Pali term ណា យើងប្រជាការគួរយើងគួររក្សាពាក្យដើមទៅ Paṅsukūla, but we can explain what Paṅsukūla means. So now it becomes as a way of offering material things to the monks, right? And then the monks give blessing, right? The monk do the chanting to give blessing to the donors. That's all. Yeah, that's how we explain them. There's no one single term to translate this one, right? To translate Paṅsukūla. And again, រាប់បាត រាប់បាត ឬដាក់បាត ក្នុងខ្មែរយើងពាក្យយើងហៅរាប់បាតចឹងហើយ រាប់បាតហ្នឹងយើងមិនមែនអី counting bowl ទេណាហ្នឹងហើយប្រសងយើងខ្លះលោកប្រើពាក្យ counting bowl រាប់បាតប៉ុន្តែយើងត្រូវមើលពី activity. What does it mean រាប់បាត so it is when people stand in line or sometimes when even they are one person alone stand in line, you know, they take a bowl, let's say a bowl for a plate of rice, and then okay, let me show the picture. It's better. Okay. បង្ហាញរូបហ្នឹងឲ្យងាយយល់ប្រជុំបិណ្ឌនេះ if you just search Google ប្រជុំបិណ្ឌ you will see many pictures. Okay, this is how you see when we search the word Pchum Bin. Okay, where is the Rabat? This is like a bank skull, just like what I've been saying. It's like a bank skull. When we approach the monk with an offering, and then the monk give blessing by chanting. So this is called what look like what we call a bank skull just now. And then Rabat. Okay, let's search Rabat. Okay. Okay, this is a Rabat. Can you see clearly? Yeah, this is a Rabat. You see so many monks bowl. Monks bowl ណា បាត បាត ប្រសង ហ្នឹង monks bowl បើយើងប្រើពាក្យ bowl ទេ វាច្រឡំមកចាន កន្លង ដូច្នេះ យើងប្រើពាក្យថា monks bowl ចាន ប្រសង ហ្នឹង បាត this is a padra. In Pali, in Sanskrit we call badra. Khmer we call bat, and Pali we call pata too, right? Pindapata. So that's how we use the term Pindapata, like in the announcement or flyer that we make, we say Pindapata. So the monk go arms round. So there are two ways. Okay, let's come back. There are two ways. យើងមានពីរណារបៀបរាប់បាតហ្នឹងមានន័យថាទី1ប្រសងលោកនិមន្តបិណ្ឌបាតដោយផ្ទាល់អញ្ចឹងលោកកាន់បាតហ្នឹង right? And so one thing is the monk go arms round by themselves, so they carry the bowl like here. The monk go arms round by themselves, so they carry the bowl. So the lay donor offer anything, including money, or can be fruits or flower. Like in Thailand, they usually offer flowers to the monk, you know, and the money as well. And in the bowl here, they put the rice, you know, a spoonful or 2 spoonful, 3 spoonful of rice into the monk's bowl. You know, this is the Rabat, how Rabat look like. It's like that. So many monks' bowl have been placed on the table. So people just, you know, bring a plate of rice and then offer 1 spoon or 2 spoons to each of the bowls. So those bowls, after finish, they will bring to the monks, and the monk will eat from those bowls. So in the past, they don't even have a plate to eat, you know, they just use this bowl and with bare hand, nhằm đầy tê nó chan đầy tê. Okay, so that's a two-way. Either the monk go arms round, or either the lay donors offer alms offering to the monk's bowl. Mình ta rọp bát này, mình counting bowl nè, and bị the tay tiết mình sâu thua reciting or chanting Dhamma, right? Thua cứ thọ mẹ là ngày Dhamma. Sốt môn rư chấm rán Preap. So in this activity, we also see Paritta chanting. So Paritta means the protection discourses of the Buddha that usually chanted in Pali, right? In Pali language. So if we are international, we use the Romanized Pali. That's why we learn how to chant like Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. This is called Sot Mun or Chamran Preparat. Chang Chamran Preparat means that give blessing or protection to the listener. So those who listen to the Dhamma attentively, they can be protected by the power of the Paritta from the Buddha. So it's a Pali Gatha, Pali verses of the Buddha. So we can be protected or guard against any danger or obstacles in life, through listening to the Paritta chanting from the monks. Then we have the Masaka Paratana paying homage to the triple gem. Triple gem, Paratana. Oh, sorry. And then dân miền Pia Sama Tiên Sal Pram, observing 5 precepts, observing rồi go undertaking, asking by dân Aratania Sal Pram, asking for 5 precepts dân đời. Dhammadesanā can be a Dhammadesanā or Dhamma talk dân đời. Dhammadesanā is a Pali term, right? The monk usually give Dhamma talk. And then we offer, material things to those who are worthy of honor. So those who are worthy of honor is a virtuous one, right? Nạ miên sal, dân thơ tiến chỉ môi nạ miên sal. Rồi có hôm nay bộc côn là dân từ. Bộc côn này cua đọc cả cờ rộp bồ chia đó. Nè, này bịa này, nhằm người ta toàn toàn cho bạc đấy, chăm còn là nực thời thà vì miền tệ tông nâng bị thi bằng chung bấn miền nông xóm trục xóm chê nông côm nông chiều chăm nhiệt nhôm chui râu phong bà miền ấy cái xa cái prao cho bạc lo nó thầm á mình toàn râu bàn râu ở ít là ăn đấy tệ tông nâng bịa thằng ọc đấy hết. Chân dân miền Pia tiết miền nhiệt tạc cá là nhiệt tạc cá from Pi Sân Đàn là nhiệt tạc cá per Sân Đàn nắng 7 generation descendants rồi có kins nhiệt from per Sân Đàn. Like when we after having offer any things to the monks, so we usually share or transfer merit, right? We dedicate merit to our ancestors that include 7 generation descendants. So what are the 7 generation descendants? Ông cha nhiệt nhôm là rọp bàn đấy. Pampal the goal. Nhiệt pampal Sân Đàn. So 7 generation from your upper ancestor and the lower, right? The upper from great grandparents, right? Great grandparents, because the uppers are 3 and the lower than you are 3, and including yourself altogether 7. So the great grandparents, grandparents and parents upper, right, which are upper 3, and then the lower 3, your children, your grandchildren and your great grandchildren, right? And then including yourself. This is how we Cambodian transfer merit to the 7 generation ancestors or 7 generation descendants, including the living ones and also the departed one, the dead one. Okay, the next term, Parābhava Sutta, chanting of Parābhava Sutta. So we're gonna learn that coming week. We're gonna learn about Parābhava Sutta. It is the discourse that talk about the 12 causes of downfall, the way to damage, to ruin oneself if one were to practice these 12 factors. So last week we have learned the 38 kinds of highest blessing, how to gain a blessing in life. So Venerable Hatsing Hai last week have presented about the 38 Mangala Sutta, the highest blessing. And after that, the Deva, the deity also asked, now we have learned the way to highest blessing. But what are the ways to ruin one's life? What are the ways to bring man to downfall? Then the Buddha explained afterwards the Parābhava Sutta that we're gonna learn next week, okay? Because this is also related in Pchum festival. You have just heard I play this chanting, right? Parābhava Sutta. Like Christina, now you have learned today. I'm gonna send the link of the Parābhava Sutta chanting. So next week when we learn about that, you have some idea what is Parābhava Sutta. So that's why luckily this year, Dr. Wang Mo, who is the main organizer of International Tipitaka Chanting in India. So she have heard about this and she requested me that can we start off our ceremony with this chanting? It sounds so strong, so powerful, right? With Parābhava Sutta. So I said, yeah, why not? If it is allowed, yeah. Chẳng quạt ban sắp đạp, nhôm vàng món quạt ban sắp đạp Parābhava Sutta tại song nhưng sâu chùm bần nắng, quạt khơi đam YouTube và quạt request. Tháng ban cái ạ này nhà đang cứ lo nhưng nóm này sâu Parā nơi cái lại một cái gì đó mà. Sau tới là ở đây pro nơi địa sẽ bộ Preta sẽ máy Preta nè cái chữ câu đó làm cha nè lại Preta một cái liền khơi Preta này từ sau Para nó nắng là okay, so next one is Tirokuḍḍa Sutra. Tirokuḍḍa Sutra is a sutra, it's a discourse that also mentioned about different the dwelling place of the hungry ghost, the dwelling place of the departed one, those who pass away, right? Chẳng thể đọc cái sâu đắng con này dạy dòng bị phum rồi ba Peta chun nè để slap tới đôi chỉ pride chẳng cái miền phum bằng cái hơi bộ năng ai bị tua bàn ấy là cứ miền năng thể đọc cái sâu dân của để sắc xa đấy thì mới sắp đặt cái miền pel bản á. And then Preta or Peta chun, Preta, Sanskrit and Pali is Peta, and Khmer we call pride, like a Sanskrit, right? Pride nắngពាក្យ Sanskrit ញាតិញោមមានន័យថាបុគ្គលដែលបានចែកឋានទៅអញ្ចឹងកុំឲ្យយល់ថាពាក្យ pride ហ្នឹងជាពាក្យអាក្រក់ជេរនេះថា pride តាមពិតអ្នកដែលស្លាប់ទៅគឺគេហៅថា pride ដែរប៉ុន្តែវាមានន័យពីរអញ្ចឹងណាទីមួយគឺ the departed one អ្នកដែលស្លាប់ទៅ the dead one man ហើយមួយទៀត another term is a hungry ghost ហ្នឹង another type of beings, that lives on hunger. So we're gonna learn that next week, Parābhava Sutta, and if we have time, we will come across the reference about different types of hungry ghosts. យើងរៀនអំពីប្រែត12ពួកប្រែត21ពួកប្រែត4ពួកទៅតាមគម្ពីរពេតវត្ថុហើយវាមានវត្ថុហ្នឹង Okay. នឹងយើងមានពាក្យអីទៀតវេដាផតតាហាដោយលោកអាចារ្យនាំវេដានឹងយ៉ាងម៉េចទៅពាក្យបាលីពាក្យអង់គ្លេសសម្រាប់វេដាអញ្ចឹងពាក្យនេះគេណាធ្លាប់ឃើញសភៅអាមេរិកលោកប្រើដែរបាលីគេមានបាលីវេដាគេហៅថា a formal recitation for food offering ឬក៏ for material offering បើថាវេសម្ភារៈបរិក្ខារទូទៅ like anything that we want to offer to the monks, they always have a formal recitation, so they say some words as a volition to offer to the monks, and then lay devotees, other people repeat after the acharya, repeat after the leader. អញ្ចឹងក៏យើងថាតាមលោកអាចារ្យដែលដឹកនាំឬក៏ថាมันចាំបាច់មានអាចារ្យដែរអញ្ចឹងมันពាក្យអាចារ្យហ្នឹងនិយាយទៀតអង់គ្លេសអត់មានពាក្យអាចារ្យទេដោយសារតែនៅក្នុងសម័យពុទ្ធអត់មានអាចារ្យទេគឺ donor ណាអ្នកធ្វើបុណ្យ donor ហ្នឹងតាំងចិត្តយល់អញ្ចឹងទៅស្ដាប់ធម៌យល់ទៅណាគឺពុទ្ធលោកណែនាំឬក៏ប្រសង់លោកសំដែងជាធម្មីកថាអញ្ចឹងទៅក៏ធ្វើតាមទៅមិនមានអ្នកណានាំសូត្រធម៌អីទេ ដូច្នេះក្នុងពាក្យពុទ្ធសាសនាបើនិយាយពីអាចារ្យដូចនៅក្នុងទំនៀមយើងសប្តាហ៍ថ្ងៃហ្នឹងវាអត់ត្រូវទេព្រោះពាក្យថាអាចារ្យប្រែតែគ្រូ right អាចារ្យ which means teacher but nowadays we use it differently ណាអាចារ្យនេះសំដៅលើប្រសក់ទៅវិញប៉ុន្តែយើងប្រើអញ្ចឹងខុសបើខាងថៃគេដូចប្រើត្រូវអាចារ្យហ្នឹងគេសំដៅលើប្រសង់ជាគ្រូបើគេហៅអាចារ្យហ្នឹងអាចារ្យហ្នឹងគឺអាចារ្យរយៈហ្នឹងឯងអញ្ចឹងគេប្រើសំដៅលើប្រសង់ទេគេមិនបានប្រើសំដៅលើកុហកទេបើយើងគិតថាលោកអាចារ្យហ្នឹងចាត់ទុកដូចជាគ្រូជាអ្នកនាំផ្លូវអញ្ចឹងជាមគ្គទេសអញ្ចឹងគឺនាំផ្លូវញាតិញោមដែលអត់ចេះសូត្រធម៌អត់ចេះរបៀបធ្វើបុណ្យហ្នឹងក៏ដឹកនាំប៉ុន្តែឥឡូវវាទៅជារឿង service សេវាកម្មហើយវាទៅជារឿង business ក៏មានដែរដោយសារតែរឿងមានអាចារ្យហ្នឹងណានិយាយអញ្ចឹងមិននិយាយតេះដៀឬប៉ះពាល់ទេប៉ុន្តែនៅក្នុងប្រទេសខ្លះគេអត់មានទេដូចប្រទេសភូមាប្រទេសស្រីលង្កាសូម្បីតែការដឹកនាំវេចង្ហាន់គឺព្រះសង្ឃដែលដឹកនាំព្រះសង្ឃក្នុងកម្មវិធីហ្នឹងលោកត្រូវចេះទាំងរបៀបវេផាត់ថ្វាយសង្ឃទាំងរបៀបសម្ដែងធម៌ជាធម្មកថានៅស្រីលង្កាហ្នឹងរៀងរាល់កម្មវិធីបុណ្យទាំងអស់គឺតែងតែមានការពន្យល់ដឹកនាំពីរបៀបប្រកេនពីអានិសង្ឃនៃការប្រកេននិងការធ្វើទាននានាចឹងហើយព្រះសង្ឃស្រីលង្កាអង្គណាក៏ទេសនាបានអង្គណាក៏ចេះពន្យល់ធម៌ដែរហ្នឹងគឺប្រពៃណីគេណាចឹងគេអត់មានអាចារ្យទេដូច្នេះ donor គេតាមផ្ទះគឺគេអាចធ្វើកម្មវិធីបុណ្យដោយមិនចាំបាច់មានអាចារ្យដឹកនាំគឺគេយល់អញ្ចឹងណាព្រះសង្ឃបរិញ្ញាដឹកនាំគ្រប់តរងបុណ្យហើយគ្រប់តផ្ទះហើយប៉ុន្តែគេធ្វើបុណ្យមិនសូវជាធ្វើរោងដូចយើងទេស្រុកនោះគេធ្វើតែ family ទេគេធ្វើតែនៅផ្ទះអញ្ចឹងទៅអញ្ជើញញាតិមកគេមិនសាងសង់រោងដូចយើងចំណាយច្រើនអត់ទេអញ្ចឹងណាចឹងហើយពីអាចារ្យហ្នឹងក៏ពិបាកបញ្យល់អង់គ្លេសដែរយើងបញ្យល់ទៅតាមការយល់ទៅវិញដែរវាអត់មានពាក្យ term ណាជាក់លាក់ទេអូខេអញ្ចឹងយើងមាន we have to offer to the sangha right ប្រកេនព្រះសង្ឃ when we offer food to the monks sometimes they say oh hold the table because there's a lot of food they cannot pick up one by one they cannot take much time so we just offer hold the table as a way to offer to the monks and បោះបាយបិណ្ឌលោកម្ចាស់ទៅលើកឡើងហ្នឹង toast a ball of rice so gently toast a ball of rice បោះហ្នឹងមិនមែនបោះដោយកំហោកដូចយើងកវែងរបស់ចោលទេយើងបោះលក្ខណៈសើថ្នមអញ្ចឹងហើយយើងគួរប្រើពាក្យ gently right gently toast a ball of rice ហ្នឹងគឺ normally they do this activity around the shrine hall in our tradition people get up so early in the morning like 4:30 or 5 a.m. They went to the temple first after listening to the monk chanting of Parābhava Sutta then they go around the shrine hall here and gently toast a ball of rice that is the meaning of sharing food to the hungry ghosts and also to the we call Vinnipātaka ណាវាមានពពួកសត្វដែលជាវិនិបាតកៈហ្នឹងអាចទទួលបរិភោគតែរបស់ណាដែលស្មោកគ្រោកដែលសៅមងបើរបស់ហ្នឹងល្អក៏ទទួលយកមិនបានដែរអញ្ចឹងនៅក្នុងព្រះអភិធម្មញាតិញោមរៀនទៅជួបវិនិបាតកៈកំណើតណាអញ្ចឹងដែលបោះចំណីហ្នឹងទៅយើងមាន concept there are a lot of controversy right in terms of is it beneficial or not ណាពេល that when people gently toast a ball of rice throw a ball of rice ចឹងវាមានអ្នកគិតថាมันមានប្រយោជន៍និងមានអ្នកគិតថាមានប្រយោជន៍ប៉ុន្តែប្រពៃណីយើងវាបានកើតឡើងហើយតាំងពីដើមមកគឺគេគិតថានេះជាការចែករំលែកទៅញាតិដែលបានចែកឋានទៅដូចជាប្រែតដូចជាពពួកវិនិបាតកៈអីក៏អាចទទួលនៅអាហារដែលជារបស់ស្មោកគ្រោកបែបហ្នឹងប៉ុន្តែក៏មានការប្រកេនផាត់ដល់ប្រសង់ដែលជាចំណែកនៃការឧទ្ទិសទានមួយផ្នែកទៀតដូច្នេះគេមានទាំងពីរណាអូខេហ្នឹងយើងគិតតាមការគួរនៅដោយសារដល់ម៉ោងមកលឿនបន្តិច so we have បាយបិទត្បូរមិញពន្យល់រួចហើយបាយបិទត្បូរ fill up rice ហ្នឹងគឺ basically គេ prepare for the monk ចឹងតែយើងយល់អត្ថន័យបានយើងរកអង់គ្លេសឃើញណាបញ្យល់អញ្ចឹងគឺដើម្បីប្រយោជន៍ថ្ងៃក្រោយទៅប្រសង់យើងបញ្យល់បរទេសឬមកនៅអាមេរិកក្តី ត្រូវចេះបញ្យល់រឿងទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងហើយប្រសង់នៅអាមេរិកមែនតើហ្នឹងលោកអត់សូវចេះដឹងរឿងហ្នឹងហើយក៏មិនយកចិត្តទុកដាក់រៀនសូត្រដល់ពេលញាតិញោមមកវត្តអីហ្នឹងដឹងបញ្យល់គេមិនពួកបរទេសគេមកច្រើនដែរមានគ្រួសារខ្មែរឬកូនខ្មែរហ្នឹងម្ដាយឪពុកក៏បញ្យល់កូនកើតនឹងបញ្យល់ថាម៉េចហើយប្រសង់យើងក៏លោកមិនមានចំណេះភាសាហ្នឹងទៅទៀតឬក៏មិនខ្វល់ក្នុងការបញ្យល់ទៀតគិតថាពេលប្រជុំហ្នឹងធ្វើម៉េចដឹងរៃអង្គិះឲ្យទៅបានបច្ច័យកសាងតែអញ្ចឹងពេលរឿងពេលអប់រំបញ្យល់ហ្នឹងគឺអត់មានទេវត្តដោយច្រើនហ្នឹងគឺខ្ញុំកណាត់អាត្មាលើកជារួមអញ្ចឹងនៅអាមេរិកខ្ញុំណានៅរដ្ឋមុនក៏ដោយនៅ mainland ញាតិញោមច្រើនណាមករាប់ពាន់នាក់ប៉ុន្តែជាបុណ្យប្រពៃណីគាត់សប្បាយអញ្ចឹងទៅណាប៉ុន្តែបើសិនជាយើងអាចបញ្ចូលការអប់រំដោយការបញ្យល់ពាក្យបញ្យល់អត្ថន័យខ្លះនៅក្នុងខ្លឹមសារនោះជារឿងល្អប៉ុន្តែគេមិនងាយផ្ដល់ពេលឲ្យទៀតណាហ្នឹងហើយតែយើងកាន់មីក្រូបញ្យល់គឺគេថាអីរំខានពេលរៃអង្គាសលុយណាអញ្ចឹងគេយកពេលហ្នឹងទៅរៃអង្គាសលុយវិញហើយយើងបញ្យល់ឲ្យគេចេះដឹងវាខាតពេលហើយបើថាឡើងលើក្រែទេសនាហ្នឹងវត្តខ្លះកំងទៀតកំងធរទៀតរហូតដល់យើងបញ្យល់ basic ចំណេះដឹង basic ហ្នឹងក៏មិនបានដែរគេឲ្យនិយាយទៅពីអានិសង្ឃអញ្ចឹងទៅនិយាយទៅអីល្អមិនចង់បញ្យល់ពីឫសគល់ពីដើមអញ្ចឹងហើយបានជាយូរទៅវាចេះតែបាត់បង់ទៅជាបាត់បង់ក្មេងជំនាន់ក្រោយអត់យល់លេងយល់អត្ថន័យទាំងអស់ដូច្នេះសម្រាប់យើងជាអ្នករៀនអ្នកសិក្សានេះយើងមានតួនាទីក្នុងការផ្សព្វផ្សាយបន្តទៅអ្នកជំនាន់ក្រោយទាំងភាសាខ្មែរក៏ដោយទាំងអង់គ្លេសក៏ដោយញាតិញោមនៅក្រៅប្រទេសនេះគួរតែចេះដឹងបងហ្នឹងហើយពូនក្នុងខ្សាច់ណាយើងជំនឿថារំដោះកម្មពៀលៀងបាបអីចឹងទៅណាវាមានរឿងមានគម្ពីរខ្មែរហ្នឹងលើកឡើងច្រើនរបស់អ្នកប្រាជ្ញហ្នឹងប៉ុន្តែនៅក្នុងពុទ្ធសាសនាយើងគឺភ្នំខ្សាច់ហ្នឹងគឺសំដៅលើចូឡាមនីចេតិយហើយ so ជូឡាមនីចេតិយ normally we see in Cambodian temple like a New Year Day or Pchum Day people build a sand mountain, right? A sand hillocks, yeah, like a hillock made of sand, because they believe that in the past, long time ago, people believe that by collecting sand, because it is countless, so it can prevent them from any danger or wash away the sin. But basically that's just the belief from generation to another. In Buddhist perspective, the sand hillock represent Chulamani Chetiya, the Buddha's shrine that has been enshrined in the realm of heaven, Tavatingsa, called Tavatingsa. It is the second realm of heaven, right? ចឹង Chulamani Chetiya ហ្នឹងគឺតម្កល់នៅព្រះសារីរិកធាតុហ្នឹងគឺឆ្អឹងថ្ងាសរបស់ព្រះសម្មាសម្ពុទ្ធនៅឋានតាវតឹងណាជាន់ទី2ណាអញ្ចឹងចុលាមនីចេតិយយើងជាការគោរពដល់បច្ចេតិយហ្នឹងយើងតែងធ្វើរូបរាងដូចជាចេតិយដែលខ្មែរយើងសាងសង់អញ្ចឹងណា we build that like a Khmer traditional stupa, my traditional shrine, right? ញាតិញោមso I'd like to share a little bit ចង់ឲ្យទាំងគាត់យល់ដែរ so ក្នុងខ្សាច់ I want to show you how they make the sand hillock នេះ so you see there's a sand hillock sometimes they make it so big and usually done in this Pchumban they make it during Pchumban season because it takes like 15 days. It's a long festival that people can go there, and they also pay respect. Sometimes they use the candle or incense, burn the incense and candle as a way to pay respect to the Buddha shrine in the heaven realm. You know, that's why they make this as like a Cambodian stupa. You know, that is all made of sand. It's very beautiful decoration. It's very unique tradition of Cambodian people. Sometimes they decorate with the flowers and fruits, you know. Yeah, but it has its own benefit though. Okay, then we have ka otu. dedication of merit ឬក៏ merit transferring ណាការទិសបុណ្យកុសលហ្នឹងផ្សាយមេត្តា radiating metta or loving kindness. So this just a basic term that I have thought of for the whole festivity Chumban. So next I'm gonna finish it soon. How many days and how they do it? So normally it starts from the first waning moon to the 15th waning moon. Right? Okay. Waxing moon គឺខ្នើតណាខាងខ្នើតខាងពេលដែលព្រះច័ន្ទមានពន្លឺថាខ្នើតឬក៏កើតចឹងទៅខាងកើត waning moon គឺរណូចខាងរោចគឺខាងព្រះច័ន្ទដែលអបរស្មីចឹងយើងផ្ដើមពីថ្ងៃ100ដល់ថ្ងៃ15រោចខែភទ្របទយើងរាប់តាមភាសាសំស្ក្រឹតនិងបាលីនឹងដូចគ្នាទេខែទៅចាប់ពីខែណាទៅមិគសិបោះមៀកin Buddhism we start to count Buddhist era from Visakha ណាខែវិសាខនៅក្នុងពុទ្ធសាសនាយើងរាប់ជាខែមួយដោយសារយើងរាប់ Buddhist era ហ្នឹងគឺមួយថ្ងៃក្រោយពុទ្ធបរិនិព្វានយើងរាប់ពីខែវិសាខទៅប៉ុន្តែនៅក្នុង but in Khmer lunar calendar we start counting from Mikasi ណា Mikasira ណាយើងអានតាមភាសាបាលីសំស្ក្រឹតទៅគឺដូចគ្នាទេខែទាំង12ហ្នឹង Mikasiraពុសៈណាបោះមាខៈមៀកយ៉ាងទៅមាខៈមៀកបោះប្រគុណផគុណៈចែកទាំងចេតៈយ៉ាងទៅអាសាដូចគ្នាទាំងអស់ខែភទ្របទយ៉ាងដែរយើងទៅសេជាពួកអន្តរជាតិគេប្រើហ្នឹងឆាយ Google ទៅឃើញផត្របដៈហ្នឹងហើយភទ្របទខែភទ្របទហើយទៅឃើញភ័ក្រសំទោសអភោភត្របដៈ This is the 10 months based on lunar calendar. It's a 10 month lunar calendar. ចន្ទគតិគឺខែទី10ភទ្របទចឹងបានយើងចេះរបៀបសរសេរបាលីឡាតាំងហ្នឹងវាមានប្រយោជន៍ណាស់ពីព្រោះអ្វីទាំងអស់គេប្រើជាសកលបើយើងចេះទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងយើងស្រួលស្វែងរកឯកសារ Okay, so the first 14 days there are 15 days altogether but the first 14 days is like you know from day 1 they have one donor one group as a donor day 2 another donor day 3 until day 14. And then the day 15 is the conclusion of the ceremony, which means all people from all, you know, from all 14 days, they come together. So here I quoted from the website that I have shared with all of you, this website. I observed that this website, they wrote a very accurate information, and also the term they use in English is very professional, very great. So I found a lot of websites, but this one I like it the most. And also from Khmer website, Bakasung Wapator, this one from the Ministry of Culture and Fine Art of Cambodia. So it's a great reference for us to observe about the history of Chumban. ចឹងមាន2 website ហ្នឹងដែលយើងអាចប្រើជា resource បាន website នេះគេសរសេរល្អមែនតើអ្នកសរសេរហ្នឹងហើយជាខ្មែរនៅបរទេសប្រើពាក្យបានល្អ So I just quoted the journey of Chumban begins with what we call Waning Ban or sometimes they call Kan Ban, the initial 14 days. During this period, families living near pagoda takes turn whipping up scrumptious meals for the monks and a stream of visitors who flock to the pagoda. There's a touching belief that the spirits of departed loved ones gather at the pagoda, eagerly awaiting the homemade dishes prepared by their kin. ណាចឹងគឺតាមជំនឿខ្មែរយើងដែលថាមានញាតិអីចាំយើងយកចង្ហាន់ទៅវត្តបើរោញាតិមិនឃើញទេនឹងដាក់បដាសាអញ្ចឹងទៅនេះជាទំនៀមដែលយើងលើកឡើងជាការជំរុញទឹកចិត្តឲ្យកូនចៅទៅវត្តនឹកនាបុព្វការីជនជាដូនជាតាអញ្ចឹងទៅណាហ្នឹងហើយប៉ុន្តែវាមិនចាំបាច់តែអត់តែសិតតែ7វត្តអីវត្តទេហ្នឹងខ្ញុំទៅបានច្រើនកាន់តែល្អប្រសង់បានចង្ហាន់ឆាន់ណា So day 15 is the conclusion. And then this is the schedule look like the whole day. The start of day, like the first day that we begin celebrating Pchum. Normally it starts with the evening session, right? The opening ceremony is in the evening session, normally like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. depends on different temple. So normally people gathering at the temple, paying homage to the triple gem, observing 5 precepts, offering beverages to the monks, listening to Paritta chanting and Dhamma talk. And then morning session, each of the vein, each of the kanban, like one donor, they take 1 day to support the monks. Then they have to follow all this schedule. So the morning session, early morning, let's say 4:30, they go to the temple, and then the monks start chanting Parābhava Sutta, like at 4:30 or 5 a.m. And then some temple, they preparing for the toasting bowl of rice. And then followed by breakfast offering. Lay devotee bring offering to the temple for Paṅsukūla. And then 10:30, they start paying homage to triple gem, observing 5 precepts, and sometimes the monk Pindapata. So Pindapata means alms offering, like the monk go arms round in that temple. And then after that, chanting and dedicating a merit to the ancestor. And 11, lunch offering to the monks. After that, sharing merit to ancestors and departed relatives. And then everyone join the meal because they share the meal just like a potluck, sometimes making the end of the day by classical dances. Chẳng dừng miền cả ròm chieng ấy là hiện từ từ tam vọt chọc ngày này mỗi cái schedule miền tần năng. Okay, now let's see the main purposes behind this festival. Why our ancestors created this kind of festival, and it becomes a very unique Cambodian festival because it does not have in any other countries, right? So 3 main purposes giving rise to this festival. 1, Buddhism as a cause, because we are Buddhists, so we practice, we continue to practice this tradition because it's a chance to do merit for ourselves as well, right? As a Buddhist. And also number 2 is a gratitude as a cause, because to be grateful to our ancestors and also to our living grateful ones, our living parents and relatives. So it's about gratitude. Number 3 is about life reflection as a cause. នៅភាសាខ្មែរមកខាងចាំខ្មែរ edit ឲ្យផ្ញើទៅក្នុងក្រុម ចឹងទី 1 គឺពុទ្ធសាសនៈសារណហេតុ គឺការរលឹកដល់ពុទ្ធសាសនាជាហេតុសំខាន់ ហើយទី 2 គុណូបការៈសារណហេតុ ទី 3 សង្ខារៈសារណហេតុណា នឹងហេតុផ្សេងៗច្រើនទៀតយើងមើលតាមហ្នឹងទៅ so the rest are also some of the important reason, and also like the core values of this ceremony. We can see like what are the benefits of Pchum. So the other thing is supporting the monks with the 4 requisites or the 4 necessities. Because during the rain retreat for 3 months, the monk is hard to go out, collecting alms food. During the rain season in the monsoon climate like India, like Cambodia, the rain season start from July until October, the end of October. So the rainy season, so much rain, and the road becomes so muddy, so slippery, and even I myself used to fall down so many times, walking under the mud and get slippery, get soaked all over the water and mud to collect food. So it's hard in the village or in rural area. It's not easy for the monk to go around. That's why the king announced that every temple we must support the monks with the 4 requisites during the 3 months vasa. And then this Pchum also get decreased from 3 months until now. We only celebrate for 15 days, right? Provided that people are so busy with their lifestyle as well. And then we have the Dakhinanupatana, giving alms in honor of the dead. Chẳng dân khơi thao bị thi chung bánh có chỉ lẽ cái nào thợ bánh tẹt cái nào nộp tiền mới đài cái dân thua tiền ở từ từ nè slap. Number 3, a chance to do generosity, morality, listening to Dhamma, and practicing meditation. Để xa bọn chung bánh dân có mình ở các bạn thua tiền ở xa xa nạp thoa chung rãn phía bên này. Sharing food nè, dân chai đầm lệ nơi that you cook traditional dishes, you know, a lot of people, thousand and thousand people are gathering to the temple. They bring offering, you know, and they cook very delicious dishes, and they share the food, you know, after the monks, so everybody enjoy the food. Any construction or fundraising is also for this benefit. When during this, we can also do the fundraising. And the sense of solidarity, right? The spirit of brotherhood, right? Solidarity. And then anh cứ chỉ sa mạc kỳ phép nằm bay cùng rằng là sa mạc kỳ phép năng phê tara phép hay sum khăn mới tiết cứ cật tay nhu nè, cật tay nhu cả đằng cún, cật tay nhu cật tạ về tí tọp non từ nè để chạy than được phóng nâng nè đây cầm phong ruột nở đôi chim mà đại phục và dường chẳng á chẳng chủng bẩn nó cứ về miền sẽ sum khăn. So we express our gratitude to both the dead by make offering to the virtuous people, like offering to the monks. Then we can accumulate merit and share with them, dedicate the merit we have done to the departed ones. And also with the living ones, it's a chance for us to make offering to them, like our parents, our grandparents, or relatives. So they deserve to be gifted with anything in need, you know, like clothing, fooding, or batching. And then last one, fulfilling one's merit. To do this festival is not only to support others, but at the same time, we also fulfilling merit to ourselves, right? Okay, these are some reliable sources. So we have the inscription as a reference, and then some of the commentary like Peta Vattu, Vimana Vattu, and Vichatara. And you khơi năng Pisa Khmer này miền Cẩm Pi, Peta Vattu bọ sài về đường Preta Cẩm Pi để sang bần để làm Pāli Biṇḍa thừa bón Cẩm Pi về miền Vattu chỉ Cẩm Pi thom bọt để làm Pi về miền cả Preta để bàn được tua Pāli bón để dễ từ ao nắng thì bảy Cẩm Pi vật chia thâu nắng để dây tầm nào Pi Pi này chia Khmer để chụp tại tông sập ngày năng ngày. And reference dân miền nó hái chụp phần nắng. Any question? Everyone, I hope you gain more knowledge from this presentation. If you have any question, we have a few minutes. Christina, have you learned? How do you find about this festival?
Oh, I love learning about the festival and the chanting. Now I understand that it's for Pchum and how we honor our ancestors and help give merit to those in lower realms. So very wonderful teaching. Thank you. Thank you, Bhante.
Yeah, it's about gratitude. It's about honoring those who are worthy of honor, even the dead ones and the living ones, right? So katanyu, gratefulness, can be done both to the dead ones and the living ones. And then to keep up this good tradition, to bring about the sense of solidarity, right? And also a way to support Buddhism, especially the monks who have spent 3 months rain retreat with their serious practices. So lay donors could also make merit for themselves by offering to those who are worthy to receive offering. And also, you know, it's a family reunion, family gathering, and also to meet our friends whom we have never met, you know, with throughout the year. So going to the temple might be the chance for us to meet all kinds of people, especially those who have devotion in Buddhism, you know. One question is that, is this festival only available to Khmer people, to Cambodian people? What about foreigners? What about those who don't practice Buddhism? Anyone can answer that? Anyone?
Only to Khmer people.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Because this is happened in the Khmer country with the king of the Cambodian country.
And what about in America? You see foreigner joining too, right?
Yeah, because they follow the Khmer traditional.
Yeah, the Khmer traditional. But what about those who are not Buddhist, right? Like Christian or Muslim or any or non-religious? Can they join Pchum?
Yes, sure, they can. They
Yeah.
can believe that.
What's the reason? What's the reason? Why?
I think the reason they would like to thinking about their ancestor and thankful to their ancestor that brought them here.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, that's right. It's not about religion, right? We have studied that this festival is a combination, right? One thing is about Khmer ancestors from the past long ago. It's a Khmer tradition. Second thing is also Buddhist practices. So we can see what are the Buddhist practices, what are the Buddhist rites and ritual. មានពិធីកម្មពុទ្ធសាសនាខ្លះយើងឃើញ like giving food, offering, being grateful, practicing charity, the art of sharing, solidarity, observing precept, listening to the Dhamma, the chanting, right? All those things are Buddhist practices. So this is also Buddhist. And then what are the things that are not religious? So we see the tradition of paying respect and honor one's own ancestors and also those who passed away, who might be one's relatives, right? And also being grateful to the living ones. ចឹងសម្រាប់អ្នកដែលមិនកាន់ពុទ្ធសាសនាក៏ដោយការទៅចូលរួមបុណ្យភ្ជុំបិណ្ឌនេះគឺគេអាចយកនៅកតញ្ញូមកជាអាទិភាពមកជាការរលឹកដឹងគុណអញ្ចឹងគេអាចដឹងគុណបុព្វការីជនរបស់គេទៅវត្តយកចង្ហាន់យកអីទៅមិនបើមិនចង់ប្រគេនប្រសង់ខ្លាចខុសតំណមសាសនាមិនម៉ាយើងឲ្យគេចាត់ចែងទៅវាជាការធ្វើទានមកគិតថាសាសនាណាក៏អត់ខុសដែររឿងធ្វើទានណាគាត់បើគេប្រកាន់ថាមិនធ្វើជាមួយប្រសង់អានឹងរឿងផ្សេងប៉ុន្តែគេអាចចែកគ្នាញ៉ាំបានតាគេអាចជូនម្ដាយឪពុកបានតាភ្ជុំបិណ្ឌហ្នឹងយើងអាចធ្វើនៅទីណាក៏បានធ្វើនៅផ្ទះយើងចាប់ផ្ដើមតាំងពីផ្ទះទៅហ្នឹងផ្ដើមពីជូនឪពុកម្ដាយសម្លៀកបំពាក់លុយកាក់ទៅគាត់យកទៅធ្វើបុណ្យណាហើយបានយើងទៅវត្តចង្ហាន់នំនែកអីជាដើមហ្នឹង So normally we celebrate at the temple, but before that normally we also prepare offering for our living gods at home, right? Living gods at home, that is our parents, our great-grandparents, and those who are grateful. So we also make an offering before going to the monks at the temple. That is the encouragement that the monk always give a Dhamma talk like that. អញ្ចឹងយើងឃើញនៅបរទេស right? So this festival is very open, it's very public. Even it started with the Khmer culture, but it has been widespread to abroad, especially wherever there are Khmer temples and Khmer population. In America, in Europe, we all celebrate this. It's a what we call, it's a seasonal festival, right? Yeah. It's celebrated every year between September and October, and every year when we getting close to the event, we feel so happy. Like I myself, even though I'm away from hometown, from Cambodia, but you know, as Chumban is getting closer, we feel so missed. You know, we feel like the mind is going back to hometown. You know, it always bring the spirit back home. Wherever Khmer is, we always have that spirit that Chumban is coming. So it's like Ancestor Day. We think about those who have passed on, you know, our relatives. They may have born somewhere we don't know, might be in a happy existence or unhappy. But if they have born in unhappy existences like the four apaya, for suffering worlds, then it's a chance also to make merit in honor of them, you know, because in Buddhism we believe that the dana, donation that made through the virtuous people, the monks, it can be fruitful to those who passed on. And that's why after having done donation, we always have a dedication, a form of merit dedication by saying like, by the power of my generosity, by the power of my dana, may my departed ones be happy, be well, be liberated from suffering. That's the way we dedicate merit. We're gonna learn that later. Actually, we can share when we talk about the Peta. មានសំណួរអីទៀតទេញាតិញោមតាក់ទងប្រជុំបិណ្ឌ Any other question?
Why they do the rice bowl like early in the morning before the sunrise? Why they
Yeah, because they believe that the hungry goat can only come out during the dark time. You know, it also this idea also related with some concept similar to that of in Taiwan, in Chinese tradition. They said the gate of hell opens during those waning moon, you know, the waning moon of the 10 lunar months. Parābhava, it said the gate of hell open for those suffering spirits, so they can wander around to find food, you know, and if they're lucky, they've been dedicated by their relatives, then they fortunate enough to get food to eat, because there are different types of hungry ghosts that some they live depends on the merit made by others, so they can receive, and some they live on just eating something that is disgusting, you know, something that thrown on the street, on the rubbish, and some they also eat saliva, they eat corpse, they eat excrement, you know, as food. So we will learn about that later. ប្រភេទប្រែតដែលមានចំណីអាហារផ្សេងៗគ្នាណា អញ្ចឹងវាជាជំនឿដែរដែលថាពួកប្រែតឬក៏សត្វនរកហ្នឹងដែលចេញមកវាតលតែចេញមកនៅពេលរកងងឹតហើយនៅក្នុងខែភក្ត្របុត្រនេះជាទំនៀមដែលមានស្តៀងនឹងប្រពៃណីចិនហើយនឹងតៃវ៉ាន់ហ្នឹងគេមាននិយាយអំពី The King of Yama គេប្រើពាក្យ The King ហ្នឹងគឺយមរាជយាមៈហ្នឹងគឺគេបើកទ្វារនរកឲ្យសត្វនរកហ្នឹងចេញរកចំណីអាហារអញ្ចឹងទៅមានគេនិយាយក្នុងឯកសារស្មាធ្លាប់អានរបស់ឯកសារចិនហើយឯកសាររបស់តៃវ៉ាន់ហើយ in Sri Lanka too they also have this Ancestor Day, some they call it a ghost festival. They have ghost festival too in Sri Lanka, but they do similar things, you know, because they also do it based on Buddhist practices. They say it's a charity event, they can practice generosity, right, for ទានចែកទានអញ្ចឹងទៅ but this Chumban is very unique to Cambodian culture.
Thank you so much, Master.
អូខេឥឡូវយើងប៉ុណ្ណឹងចុះម៉ោងច្រើនហើយចាំសប្តាហ៍ក្រោយយើងរៀនពីបរាភិវៈសោតហើយមានពេលយើងឆ្លងចូលប្រែតបន្តិចរៀនពីប្រែតហើយនឹងទៅរោគិតសោតបន្តិចណា So next week we will learn about Parābhava Sutta, why they do this chanting during the Pchum, and what's the meaning. And also, if we have time, we can study a bit about the hungry ghost realm. It is in my book, if you have it. In chapter 7, I have tried to translate from Preta, Song Siu, Preta, and also included from some of the Buddhist commentaries about different types of departed ones. Okay, so let's conclude our class today by sharing merit to all beings, including ourselves, to be happy, to be well and liberated. Tukha pata jana tukha phaya pata jana phaya sao ka pata jane sao ka hon to sa pe pa ne nao Adamotana. Thành công lia chấm ra. Goodbye everyone.
Namaskar, Paṅsukūla.